Well, here's the kind of paint I have over here. Lots of paint, actually. Can after can after can. I even got like Hellman's whatever for, I got full cans of Hammered. I got camouflage flat. Ooh, that's kind of a brown. That might be coming in handy. I got stuff I wish I wouldn't have bought, and this is full of more colors, and I got different colors in another yard, and I even got spot color stuff like this, and out of everything I got nothing that I really want for the job I have at hand. So, we'll see how that goes here in a second. Black, huh? Well, that's kind of the paint deal. And what we're doing here is a kind of a touch-up. And I've kind of chosen for Hammered. Do we have a more full can of Hammered somewhere? Can you grab? Go ahead and grab it then. We don't need to do that no more. I'll be careful. This is the dash. Actually, this will work. It's warmed up too. I'm gonna go around and show you from the driver's side. And wherever that extra color is, it's just not pretty, and it's missing the foam liner. Well, I don't have the foam liner. And I do have Hammered Coat Rust-Oleum. And the thing about it is it's not rusty. That's not why I'm wanting to do the Hammered Coat here. The deal is it's it puts a texture to it. So we're pretty close here. I think I'll just spray it out. Let's get a garbage bag to hold up against the door while I paint. Okay. I like that. This is not the color we're going with. And I'm sure somebody's gonna end up getting a dash for it, a foam pad. You would think. I would. It's already set here for too long for the normal dealer. And what I'm dealing with is not the time. Sorry. Not used to having to paint and film, and I'm trying to get a way to do some of these that I can add on here and people would enjoy seeing. Without painting my lenses, of course. You can see a little bit of overspray going out that door, which is why we thought we should put this on it like that. And like I've said in previous videos, thin coats, you want to see through this stuff. I'll just switch sides here. Come over this way. There's definitely a bit of overspray, and you're not going to want to get that on your door panels, but as you can see, that gives it a nice coat. I don't like the color for what we're doing. Yeah, I'm not hating here, but at the same time, it's a little bit too gold. This Hammered Coat stuff's awesome though. They give you a smoother finish. Well, a smoother finish by giving you a rougher finish. We got some chitty tape, man. I thought it was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Well, that was the movie. This is about this dash. They had Bang Bang. We have Tape Tape. Well, I'm going to want it on there real quick again. Okay. And I want a little bit more texture on this area. And you know, you get used to this stuff and you can get it with the tilt of the can. Maybe one more time over here to where I can work my way out of this, because it's just not. And here's another thing for you. When your can gets low, watch out with any kind of paint, but especially the hammered, because with the stuff they got in there, it can really mess up your finish if you're not prepared and planning for that end of the can type of burst. Okay, there is the dash. That is what we're doing for right now. And for us, there'll be a step 2. There really doesn't need to be, especially if you had a color closer to what you were looking for. With us, there's a step 2 here. So I'll be back with you in a second, and we'll make this even better. One Owner Car Guy, oneownercarguy.com. Okay, One Owner Car Guy, oneownercarguy.com. Back out here at the Volvo Amazon. Gonna get our new paint and our garbage bag and do it to it. Garbage bag, you say? Yeah. This is high-tech paint stuff here. High-tech. Well, it might not be high-tech, but it's high-temp. And I got a Duplicolor engine enamel. As good as anything. It's going to sit up there in the sun. It won't get to be 500 degrees, but it could get to be almost 200, baby, with the windshield factor. Ha! Windshield factor. Okay, here we go, man. I don't know how it's going to look, but actually I have kind of an idea. Now, with anything I ever paint, there may be an argument out there for a different way, I'm sure. But I do a nice, spotty, I guess you'd say almost a crappy coat, just to kind of get some color on there and start building a base. And I'm only going to go halfway on this. That is not what she said. Something about all of it. Okay. And then come back over it and start getting a little bit heavier of a coat, and you'll see it when it's shiny, or you got too much almost. And stop it, or it'll run from you. And that last coat should be shiny. And I was just looking for something, I guess you'd say, a little bit more neutral. Let's go to the other side. Then the gold that I had on there. Give you a look at that. Gotta keep your head out of that car. Okay. You can see the gold there, and it's kind of... Wow, you could have a multicolor rainbow dash. Okay, that wouldn't be cool. And same thing, I call it fogging it in. I'm sure it's not any kind of proper terminology that anybody should use without being laughed at. But I just kind of fog it all in. And you really got to be careful to get less on the curves in the middle and more on these parts, or to make sure to get it at all stages there. And that's pretty much my final coat on this. I'm going to look it over, get it all shined up here, the nice last coat. And I think it looks pretty darn good. See any dry spots or anything, dude?
Looks good.
Okay, well, we're gonna call that good. And you'll find all the dry spots right after you take all your paper and tape off. And I'm just feeling like I could have one behind this fan. So I'm gonna take a little extra care on that area. And such. Now I'm sure we'll have a couple little spots to clear up here. I'm gonna wait for it to tack up and be gone. I'd say on something like this, on a day like this, 5-10 minutes max. And it's gonna be just as nice as it gets. And I'll clip that all in a second here. Beautiful little Volvo. I put a video up, uh-oh. I shouldn't, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Wow, it didn't touch it. Isn't that awesome? Look down. I did a video test driving this one that you've probably seen by now. And I'll have a full review up soon. Dual carbs, cool stuff. Well, oneownercarguide.com. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you. Okay, it's all dried up now. And we're gonna go ahead and take this tape off in areas. Jeez, we got some tape on it too. Better to be a little extra cautious on the tape and get a better job in the end. And you'll see this in the full review. Also, and when you're taping, it's so much cheaper. I don't know what we were thinking here doing all the tape on that. It's kind of waste of tape and time. It's not needed. The guy could have just taped that off with paper. And, you know, when you're not doing this every day, every minute of the day, I'm a taper. What I do for a living is I tape stuff off. You know, sometimes you get a little waste and this and that. Not a big deal. It's just the way it goes. But for you, I can save you about a half a roll of tape by telling you you don't have to use all that tape there to do that little gauge cluster. But this sure looks nice. A little, I don't know what happened there, man. It got tagged by something. I had to touch that up a little bit. The rest of it looks great. Really looks good, I think. You can see where the glue was factory if you really start looking. You guys could have prepped it better or something, but that's that. Thanks for watching, and that is the Volvo dash paint. And God, it looks good.